Hello everyone and welcome back to another LGN F1 League race video. The drivers are under formation lap conditions here in USA and we're about to get underway very shortly. We're underway in USA. Pre has the lead of the race. Dom's in second with Ollie in third. Position switches between Relic and Jack. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Ollie's in P3. He's got Evan just behind him. Then Sizzling H plays at Relic Lugner as well as AJP. And the Alpine drivers are in P10 and 11. That's Relic gaining on the McLaren driver just ahead. Relic having a good start. Ollie, the Mercedes driver, is under pressure from Sizzling H. Sizzling H makes the move, and AJP swoops down the inside, also makes the move. In the background, Blazer and Relic getting close. Lugner's now gaining on the Haas driver. As Evan is in P3 with Sizzling H in P4. Ollie under all sorts of pressure. The Williams driver of Blazer is going to try and make the move round the outside. Sizzling H goes wide there, so does Relic. Lugner also under pressure from the Alpine driver of Levi. Blazer is alongside the Mercedes driver of Ollie, and he's going to get the move done up into P6 here on lap 2. The Williams driver having a good start to the race. Ollie falls down into P7. Lugner now having to go around the outside of his teammate Ollie, and he does, and he gets the move, and now Relic will also try and get the overtake on Ollie, but Ollie just about stays ahead of the Haas driver. The Haas driver is on the softs. The two Alpine drivers follow the Haas driver. Relic does get the move on Ollie, and that's going to see him up into P8. Lugner, Relic, as well as LJ, and the two Alpines are getting very close. Levi sends it down the inside of Ollie and gets the move done. Next up will be Relic. Levi started lower down today in P9. If he gets in the top 3 today, he will be the driver's champion of this season, but he'll have to go through the field, and ahead of him is Relic. LJ seems to have the pace advantage on Ollie. They're very close, the two drivers. Oh, and that's a brake check. Oh, that's Ollie, and he's spinning backwards. And LJ gets past. Ollie falls down to P11. AJP sitting in P3. McLaren sits second and third. And this is excellent for them in the Constructors' Championship. Alpine are in 7th and 9th. Evan has gone into the pits here on lap 4 and he's put the medium compound of tyres on. And there he goes. Evan is going to come out of the pits. And that's Jack in the background, the Alpine driver, also going into the pits. Sizzling H is in P4 with Blazer in P5. Sizzling H, as it stands, is going to overtake Lugner in the Drivers' Championship. And Blazer is currently doing very well for himself. That'll also see Blazer get a ton of points with only 10 laps to go. And now, we'll see Sizzling H and Blazer hustle it out for P4. Thinks about defending. Sizzling H gets his position back ahead of Blazer. And that's close between the two drivers. Blazer is pushing so hard to get the move on Sizzling H. But he's going to get it wrong. Oh, Blazer's into a wall. And there goes his front wing. And he's off. And Relic gets the move. Blazer is going to go into the pits. And ahead of him is Relic and Levi and Sizzling H also all going into the pits. That incident has caused the safety car. Evan has already pitted, so he's going to overtake those that are in the pits, and he's going to come out behind Sizzling H. Sizzling H finds himself still in P4. The safety car is coming in on this lap. McLaren sits second and third. Alpine are 6th and 9th, so it's going to be close in the constructors' fight. Up to the first corner we go. Oh, that's AJP getting it wrong. And he's airborne. And now Relic and Blazer are getting a pass. He gets very close with the Williams driver. And AJP falls down the order. It's not the first time we've seen that from him in a league race. Lugner gets a 3-second time penalty. And that's now put Alpine in the mix as Levi did get the move on AJP. And now that sees him into P5. And he's just behind the Red Bull driver of Evan. Levi is well and truly in this race, and as it stands, he's very close to becoming the LGN Season 3 Drivers' Champion if he could just hold it on for a little bit longer. AJP's going to swoop down the inside, and that's a great move after his earlier misfortune. He's going to repay, and now he's up into P7. Next up will be Relic. Blazer falls down to P8, and it's getting very close in the midfield battle. AJP now moves, send it down the inside of Relic, and it does! And AJP is on a fight back. That's going to see him up into P6 as the trainer cars that follows him. It's followed by Relic and then Blazer. Blazer might make the move. Luna's in the distance. Then the Alpine driver of Jack. AJP is up into P6. Ahead of him is Levi. Relic, and then Blazer, and then Lugner, who's in P9, not having a great race today. Might think about making the move on Relic, but he thinks second of it. He's got Jack and LJ behind him. On board with Relic 92's car. Sending it down the inside of Blazer, and that's a nice clean move on the hard compound of tyres. Relic up into P7. It's a great move from the Hash driver. The battle is continuing for this P7 position. Lugner is flashing. He's under pressure still from Jack and LJ, but he's also trying to get the overtake on Blazer and Relic. Now Blazer and Lugner and Jack and LJ are all going to get DRS, so Relic's going to be under extreme amounts of pressure. Down the straight, Blazer and Lugner, as Blazer has got the move done, and now it's Lugner trying to make the move on Relic, and Lugner's going to make contact, and now there's contact between Relic and Blazer, and they're going to slow each other down, and now LJ and Jack are going to catch up in the distance. Lugner going into the back of Relic, but Relic holds the position. There was a bit of wing damage, but I'm not sure if it's that significant. With only 4 laps to go, oh, but that's Blazer hitting Relic, and Relic sideways, and Relic falls down into P11. AJP is in P5. Evan is next as the drivers bash wheels slightly. The McLaren driver and the Red Bull driver, oh, they're getting very close, and they do make contact again as they come down towards the S's here in Sector 1. The Red Bull driver and AJP does get the move. It's a brave move. It's a fantastic overtake, and AJP somehow, miraculously, now finds himself into P4 after his earlier incident. Well, if you're a fan of Levi, you'll be happy to know, as it currently stands, if things stay the way they are, he will be crowned the Drivers' Champion of the LGN F1 League of Season 3 if things stay as they are. However, as you can see on your screens, AJP is behind the Alpine driver, and Evan is just behind the McLaren driver. So it's going to be close with 3 laps to go. That's Jack, the Alpine driver, just behind Lugner. The battle for P8 as Jack tries to get the switch back. LJ's also behind him. Jack's flashing, and now LJ is going to have DRS. Down the straight they go. Lugner has got away slightly, but the AlphaTauri driver is gaining on the Alpine driver. He might also make the move on the Alpine driver, and he does, and that's a good move from LJ up into P9. Can he hold the position? Pre has led the field for the majority of this race. He's made it look easy. Pre is going to cross the line and wins the LGN F1 USA Grand Prix for only his 2nd ever victory. Dom finishes in 2nd, and Levi finishes in 3rd. Levi is your LGN F1 Drivers' Champion of Season 3. Just what might he achieve next season? I'm sure this is just the start.
Oh yeah, boy! That's how it starts. Come on! Season 3 champion, baby, let's go! Proving them wrong once again. Oh my god, what a race! This one's for the Levi army. Come on!
Pre finishes in 1st and will stand tall at the top of the podium. Dom helps keep McLaren's Constructors' title fight very much alive with a strong 2nd place finish, and Levi finishes in 3rd as your Season 3 Drivers' Champion. Before we go anywhere, let's take a look at who got Driver of the Day for last week's race in Japan. A very well earned Driver of the Day goes to Blazer, who gets 51% of the 35 votes for your Driver of the Day in Japan. With his first podium and a faultless drive, Blazer is your Driver of the Day. Here are the Drivers' League standings after today's race in USA. Congratulations to Levi, as he sits 1st and has mathematically won the Drivers' League standings, as he currently sits on 345 points. Dom is in 2nd on 243 points. Evan is in 3rd. AJP is in 4th. Gerald Crisp is in 5th. Pre goes up into 6th, and Lugner goes down into 7th. Sizzling H goes down into 8th, and Ollie is in 9th. LJ is in 10th. Harry Sanchez in 11th. Blazer is in 12th. Jack in 13th. Totally JD in 14th. JC in 15th. Active Buffalo in 16th. Sirius in 17th, Relic in 18th, Agile in 19th, and Entire YOLO is in 20th. And here are the Constructors' League standings. McLaren are first on 412 points, and Alpine are in second, 2 points behind McLaren on 410 points. Red Bull are in third, Alfa Romeo are in fourth, Mercedes in fifth, Aston Martin in sixth, Williams in seventh, AlphaTauri in eighth, Ferrari are in ninth, and Haas are in 10th. Thank you for watching today's video. We will see you next week around Mexico.